This is basically brunch.
Hey everyone, I'm Chloé, and I love traveling and taking videos of it. And sometimes my husband Ludvig pops in here too. He's really funny. But today it's just me. So buckle up for a rather fun 2 days. In this video, I'm taking you along on a 48-hour solo adventure through Berlin, Germany. Picture this. I bunked at the quirkiest of hostels. I've actually had this place on my bucket list for the longest time. I tackled a pretzel the size of my head and indulged in a currywurst, of course. Oh, and did I mention sipping a giant beer from the world's oldest brewery?
I picked a really bad day to wear a jumpsuit.
Yeah, that happened. To top it all off, I hopped into a mini hot rod for a turbocharged tour of the city. Berlin, you did not fail to surprise me. Before we get going, I would love it if you clicked that subscribe button and joined me for all of the future fun activities I have coming. And I think that's about all. Let's go. Welcome to Berlin! I am so excited to spend the next 48 hours exploring this city, and I can't wait to take you along with me. I guess we have to start the only way there really is to start in Berlin, and that is to have a pretzel. After scrolling through multiple travel blogs, I've come to a conclusion that the Bretzels Company is a place to go. Highly rated and 2 minutes walk from my cool hotel, which I can't wait to show you later, by the way. Stay tuned because it's one of, if not the quirkiest and most unique places I've ever stayed. This was €1. €1. I got another one to take away. It was just too darn good to pass up. And I can't believe these are €1. I've been eating a lot of lavish, fancy foods lately, such as oysters and champagne and black caviar. So I think having a €1 pretzel every day for lunch, or two, is going to be really fantastic for my wallet. Also, Ludvig would throw an absolute fit if he saw what I was eating right now. He likes nothing worse than a dry piece of food with no sauce. But that's what I love. It's so soft, yet crunchy, and so salty. Sauce would ruin this. Also, here in Berlin, you're gonna see the most incredible graffiti art everywhere you go. It's just insane. Anyway, cheers. Let's go to the next activity. Post-pretzel, I continue walking to my next destination. Along the way, I notice an extremely long line. Turns out it was for this place. Anyone know why this is so popular? I couldn't be bothered waiting in the line to find out. I then went for a stroll and passed by the East Side Gallery, which is a 1.3 kilometer long section of the Berlin Wall that runs along the Spree River. It's not only the largest, but also the longest lasting open-air gallery in the world. After the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989, over 100 artists from around the globe transformed this stretch of concrete into a powerful artistic statement. Their murals depict various themes including freedom, unity, and hope for a better future. While walking here, I also noticed this rather cool hostel. Is Berlin the city of quirky hostels or something? This is so cool. Next on the list is an activity that our Ludvig is very jealous of. I'm going on a tour of Berlin, but not an average tour. No. I'm going on a tour with a slight difference. It's a mini hot rod tour around the city of Berlin. What the heck? There were only 4 of us on the tour today, and we started by learning the ropes on how to control the mini hot rod. It all seemed pretty straightforward, but I have to admit, I was a tad nervous because we were going to be driving around the busy streets of Berlin, alongside cars, buses, and bikes. All of it. We met here in a super industrial looking part of the city. I was actually in this exact location last night at a vintage market. When I checked into my hostel late in the afternoon, one of the staff told me about a popular vintage market that was on and that I could probably catch the last few hours of it. So I went ahead and explored. Nestled in the heart of Berlin's Friedrichshain district, amidst a backdrop of bars, clubs, and live music venues, lies the Raw Flea Market, a vibrant hub for vintage fashion, design treasures, and culinary delights. From 8 a.m. onwards on Sundays, there are private sellers, local artists, and a few commercial vendors gathered together to showcase their treasures and trinkets. Among the trendy locals and international international visitors at the market, it's easy to notice the distinctive fashion and style that characterize Berlin. Everyone in this city is so darn trendy. And then there's me. There are food stalls dotted around the market, offering a variety of global street food and snacks catering to all tastes, including plenty of options for vegetarians and vegans, which I noticed was quite a theme throughout Berlin. You see the word vegan and vegetarian everywhere here. I love how plant-forward this city is. And to my surprise, I just so happened to stumble upon a burger championship food festival, something or other. Turns out that I was here while the Berlin Burger Championship was on. It's an annual event that celebrates the art of burger making. It typically features local chefs and restaurants competing to create the most innovative and delicious burgers. Participants showcase their culinary skills, creativity with ingredients, and presentation techniques to win recognition and awards. So while here, I of course grabbed a veggie burger from this place, and it had a lot of sauce and a lot of crunchy cheese bits. Can't really remember what I ordered, but it was very tasty. And I of course paired this with a beer. Okay, back to the hot rod. During our 90-minute hot rod tour, we started by crossing the Warschauer Brücke in Friedrichshain. Along the way, we pass the iconic East Side Gallery, where I was just before, and we journey to Alexanderplatz and see the historic Brandenburg Gate. The hot rod was surprisingly easy to navigate, but it took me a while to get the steering wheel under control. It was extremely sensitive and wobbly. I had so much adrenaline pumping through me as I was whizzing through the city streets, and we were going pretty darn fast. I think at one point I was up to 60 kilometers. Ooh, the legs definitely get a little bit stiff. We're just having a quick break to grab some photos, and then we're gonna go on. You definitely need this thing because there is so much stuff flying around in the air. My eyes are so full of stuff. This was such a cool experience and definitely the most unique way I've toured a city. I don't have many cool videos of me actually driving the hot rod, more just videos like this of my head and the sky, because I was trying to be sensible and I also didn't want to get in trouble. I can highly recommend this if you're ever traveling to Berlin. This is so much fun. Do you think it's a lot of fun?
Very fun.
Very fun. Well, I am absolutely pooped. I often get asked on these solo travel videos, how do I get around the city? What kind of transport do I use? And to be honest, the majority of the time I actually walk everywhere. I'm now just in my little garden zone. I went to the shop, purchased some really nice fresh looking strawberries because I have not been eating enough fruit or vegetables. I have got some pretty fun things planned for tomorrow morning, which includes potentially checking out Berlin's best coffee. And potentially having a currywurst, because I can't really leave Germany without trying one, right? Okay, I think it's about time I show you where I'm staying. Hüttenpalast is a unique and quirky hostel known for its unconventional accommodation options. Instead of traditional hostel rooms, guests stay in refurbished vintage caravans and cozy wooden cabins indoors. These caravans and cabins are set up like an indoor garden space, creating a cozy and charming atmosphere. The hostel also offers standard rooms and apartments for those preferring a more conventional accommodation, but I feel like if you're gonna book this place, you're booking it for the quirky caravans, am I right? I stayed in this colourful little caravan which was super cozy inside, and outside I had my own I think this is a lifeguard's chair. I don't know what's going on. This place is so fun. There are cute little common areas with loads of space to sit, make coffee and tea. There's a shared bathroom facility, and we even had this little outdoor zone with a communal caravan. I loved this space, and I can highly recommend you stay here if you're looking to save a bit of money by staying in a hostel, but also want somewhere super fun and creative. Before retiring to my caravan for the night, I felt like I had to do just one more thing. So I wandered outside down my road and immediately saw this little bar that gave off grandma hipster lounge vibes. So I popped in and ordered a whiskey sour. Even though I see people do this all the time in the movies, it did feel quite odd sitting in a bar and having a drink alone.
there, fellow travel lovers. Didn't see me there, did you?
Ever wondered how much you can fit in a suitcase that's as stylish as it is spacious? Meet the Level 8 Voyager suitcase set, your perfect partner for all your travel adventures. Level 8 is the awesome sponsor of this video. Crafted with durability in mind, these suitcases are not just eye-catching with their sleek black and vibrant yellow accents, but they're also built tough to withstand any journey you embark on.
And if you don't like yellow, who doesn't like yellow? But if you don't, there are some very sleek other colours. Just take a little look on their website.
The Voyager set offers ample room, I love the word ample, for everything you need. And when it comes to security, rest assured with the TSA approved lock that keeps your belongings safe and allows for streamlined security checks. And my favourite part, you can move in silence, completely. They're so silent. With the 360-degree quiet spinner wheels ensuring graceful maneuvering through bustling terminals without a sound. And just for you guys, you can enjoy a 20% discount on all Level 8 products with a very special code. Details are in the description below. I'm so excited for you to love your suitcases as much as I love mine. Bon voyage!
Alright my friends, it's day 2 here in Berlin, and today I decided to hop out of my activewear and put something a little bit fancier on. What are we thinking? Hey? We are going to start off the day with a bang. We're gonna go and get some breakfast. We're gonna go and find apparently a place that makes some incredible toasts for breakfast, like avocado toast. I did see some pictures of toast with peanut butter, so I'm pretty darn excited because if you know me, you know I love bread, and especially when it's toasted. So I think we go and find this place. It's called Two Planets. By the way, this particular neighborhood that I am staying in is called New Colon. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but it is apparently an extremely trendy and hipster cool neighborhood here in Berlin, and I didn't realize that. I just booked it because of the awesome hostel, but this hostel just happens to be in one of the best neighborhoods in Berlin. Apparently it's really popular with expats, digital nomads. It's filled with hipster trendy bars and cafes and a lot of vegan friendly food. So yes, Berlin is also massive on vegan food. Everywhere you go is vegan. And I'm still getting really used to walking through the streets, the busy streets of a city, talking with my little microphone. This is so funny.
Welcome to Two Planets, where I was super excited to try some of their famous toasts, but was informed they no longer do this. I was rather sad as I had planned my morning around coming here, and it took me around 20 minutes to walk here, but oh well. At least they had this yummy veggie goat's cheese sandwich, which was pretty good. It was definitely a super trendy place with a few different people sitting with their laptops working, and everyone was speaking English, which was cool. Definitely a great coffee and snack spot if you're in the area, and seems like one of those popular expat locations. I couldn't linger here for too long as we had quite the distance to cover today. Instead of walking to our next destination, I caught the subway, or the U-Bahn as they say in Germany. Today I'm going to be trying a beer made in the oldest brewery in the world. Now, let's see if I can say this. Vian Stefan. Brewery, Vian Stefan. When I originally looked at visiting the oldest brewery, a few articles had led me to this location in Berlin, which I believed to be the brewery itself, but instead I guess it's a bar and restaurant associated with the Vian Stefan. The oldest brewery is actually located in Freising, Bavaria, not far at all from Munich, if you fancy visiting the original brewery yourself. Here they began brewing beer as early as 1040 AD, making Vian Stefan Brewery not only the oldest brewery in Germany, but also the oldest continuously operating brewery in the world. In Berlin, there are establishments such as beer gardens, bars and restaurants like this one that do serve the famous Vian Stefan beers, allowing people in Berlin and visitors like myself to enjoy the historic brews from the world's oldest brewery.
Here before me is one of the original beers at this oldest brewery. So I've asked the bartender what's like the most original beer, and she's suggested this one here. Without realizing, I actually agreed to a 1 litre. I picked a really bad day, actually in hindsight, to wear a jumpsuit. This is absolutely gigantic. This is bigger than my head, and it is so heavy I could do squats with this jug. First taste test. I've sat around taking photos for so long that the froth and the foam at the top is kind of gone. She said this one was quite a light one. Some of the others can be really bitter. That's really good. I can't drink it with just one arm. Just recently we were in Hobart, Tasmania. We went to the oldest brewery in Australia, and that was absolutely awesome. Also, it's only 12 p.m. lunchtime, and this is a lot of alcohol, I think. Oh my lord, I am struggling, guys. I am struggling. I am tempted to just leave this here, but is that super embarrassing? Okay guys, I am giving up. I think I did over half, I'd say, but I need to call it a day here. It's time to go and get some coffee.
Next on the list was to try Berlin's best coffee. I had noticed multiple different blogs and websites had mentioned a coffee roaster called the Barn, and there seemed to be multiple locations around Berlin. I found one fairly close by and popped in for a soy latte. I can confirm, this was a great coffee, and I know I may be a little biased, but as a Kiwi, I just don't think anyone will ever be able to beat our amazing coffee in New Zealand.
That's really good. Okay friends, that is our next destination. Let's go find some stairs.
And while here in Berlin, I just absolutely had to visit the Cathedral, which is a prominent landmark in Berlin, known for its very impressive size and super stunning architecture. It's a Protestant church and a royal burial site located on Museum Island in the heart of Berlin, and it's undoubtedly one of the most iconic buildings in the city. It started as a chapel for the Berlin Palace and has since been rebuilt several times since the 15th century. The current church was built between 1894 and 1905 by order of Emperor William II. Apart from church services, the cathedral hosts state ceremonies, concerts, and other events. It consists of a main sermon church in the centre, a smaller baptismal and matrimonial church on one side, and the Hohenzollern crypt covering almost the entire basement. Damaged during World War II, the cathedral's original interior was restored by 2002, and there are ongoing discussions about restoring its historical exterior as well. For just €7, visitors can explore its grand interior, which features beautiful mosaics, intricate sculptures, and ornate decorations. One of the highlights, however, is ascending the stairs to the dome's viewing platform.
These stairs are really cute. Oh, it's really echoey in here. This is a good leg day workout.
The climb consists of around 270 steps, but the effort is definitely worth it for the panoramic view of Berlin that awaits at the top. That was fun. Back down we go. I started to run out of time for any more Berlin activities, as my next exciting adventure was very fast approaching. Here's a little sneaky peek. So I proceeded to that next location, and it was during my train journey there I noticed a menu saying Currywurst with a big picture of it, and they had a veggie option. I was so excited because this was on my list of endeavours going to Berlin, to taste one of these very famous meals. So I ordered it, and before you know it, I was eating my first currywurst. And I'm sorry folks, I really didn't like it. I just felt like the curry was ruining the yummy fries taste, and they went all soggy and curry tasting. Go figure. But hey, I tend to like plainer food, while Ludvig is the sauce lover. I think it would be far more up his alley. But hey, I'm glad I tried it, and now I can tick this iconic German dish off my list, so I'm happy. Thanks for joining me on this solo adventure through Berlin, from iconic landmarks and quirky stays to pretzels and unusual city tours. It's been an incredible journey. Stay tuned for my next video, where I'll be sharing my experience in the tiniest room I have ever had on a train. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on the next adventure. Until next time.